guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video for you guys. If the lighting's a little weird or the sound's a little weird, it's because I'm trying to try this new setup, so sorry if it's weird. Just a disclaimer. Okay, hey, so today we're going to be doing a discussion video. I'm going to be talking about why I want to go to the 2020 Olympics, pretty much, and this is going to be one of those ranty, all over the fucking place type of videos, so if you guys don't like that, I'm sorry. But if you guys like it, enjoy this, and it'll be fun. I don't know what the fuck I'm really talking about before I talk about it, but yes. So, if you guys didn't know, earlier this year I actually did a video called something about discrimination in Tokyo, being half and getting discriminated in Tokyo. And that video has been doing surprisingly really well with positive reception. So I bring up the first video is kind of because it kind of intertwines with this, because this is why, when this was going on originally, I was really curious on how 2020 would work. If you guys don't know, the Olympics this year, the Summer Olympics are actually, well, not this year, it's actually next year, because right now it's October 2019 when I'm filming this. But next year, in July 2020, is the Summer Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. If you guys don't know, I always disclaim this, I'm half Japanese. So it was actually my first time, well, no, it was my first time going to Tokyo by myself in March, and I had a lot of bad experiences. And since I've been back and I watched a few videos on this topic, like from Tokyo Creative, like Axe Japan, there's a few different channels. I just hit myself. There's a few different channels that do kind of like discussion-y about Japan type of content, and I realized my bad experience is not a lone bad experience. I just felt it really strongly because I understand Japanese and it's my first language, so I felt more discriminated against than probably someone who doesn't understand the language and feels like, obviously you don't understand the culture. It's a very different feel. So there's this particular video I wanted to bring up. So basically there's this video on Axe Japan or Axe Japanese. It's like it's like one of those street interviewing YouTube channels. I feel like I said that weird. There's a street interviewing YouTube channel, and it's hosted by Kathy Cat, which I used to watch her content a lot more, but it's hosted by Kathy Cat, and they were talking about what are your impressions of Japanese people, and this debate of people in Tokyo having a short fuse kind of came up, because I guess two of the three people, or the people being interviewed, actually, I think, can speak Japanese, and they try to speak Japanese to the workers, but got yelled at, and which is accurate with my feelings and my thing. They get frustrated because they think that you're trying to speak the language, but you don't understand, and so they rather speak bad, broken English, which is a peeve of mine. If you guys didn't know, I worked at, like, a bunch of Japanese restaurants and shit, so I also know Japanese people, but, like, it's just a peeve. If you guys see me, like, I'm not comfortable right now. I'm sorry. Oh, and that was kind of a discussion that came up because it does happen. In the more touristy places, people do have shorter fuse. And especially if you speak in Japanese. And it's just kind of this weird thing where, like, I think with me it's extremely weird because I can speak Japanese completely normal. Like, I don't really have an accent. So, like, if you're like, what, because you didn't hear someone, or you're contemplating, people tend to get upset, and, like, I had two bad experiences at two different, words. I later realized that they were both the same company, but I had bad experience at a manga cafe, and, like, legit, like, a really bad experience, and both times, they kind of just treated me like as if I couldn't speak Japanese, which was really rude. And so that led me to the sociological thought. Like, what would 2020 be if one or two foreigners upset these people? What would happen? Because I talked to a few people about 2020. How is a homogeneous society good. I think it's homogeneous, where it's like one type of person, one race, going to react when there's so many different people. Obviously, in places like America, we're kind of used to it. Everyone looks a little different. England, I think, is pretty used to like different cultures. But Japan isn't. And there's a lot of unspoken rules, so I think a lot of written rules are going to happen. Like, I think they're going to write out a lot of rules. But I think that I am kind of most wonder if things are going to change type thing is with tattoos. And that's kind of the thing that I want to talk about, because one of the things I want to talk about, because, like, my boyfriend is, obviously, okay, not obviously, it might not be obvious, I don't know, this might be the first video you're watching from me, but my boyfriend is actually white and Spanish, and he was in the, not that this is relevant, he was in the U.S. Marines, and so he has, like, tattoos and stuff. Like, he has actually 3 tattoos, but they're not in areas you can see unless you're naked, or, like, his shirt, actually, they're, unless your shirt's off, I guess, his shirt's off, he doesn't have it anywhere where, like, it's visible, and so, right now, I'm actually planning things for this upcoming trip. We're actually going, but I don't know when this video is going to go up, because I'm pre-recording right now, and so I don't know when anything's going to go up, so I might be like, you know, I have a trip in November, and it might be like January. Yeah, so I'm planning a trip right now, and the most annoying part, and the part that gives me anxiety, the reason why I don't think I'm ever going to get a tattoo, besides the fact that I'm not really a tattoo person, and that's a whole different topic, but because I enjoy onsen, and my boyfriend, he went to onsen once, he does kind of enjoy it, he wants to do it when we go to Japan. I'm like, tattoo-friendly places, and it's really fucking hard, and it seems like the rules that they're trying to instill for the Olympics is more, if you are an Olympic champion with tattoos, it's okay to get in the pool, but if you aren't, it's still, the tattoo still applies, but we don't know yet, because right now, as I'm filming this, it is in October of 2019, so things might change, we might change. The only thing that seems like was really changing, which kind of infuriated me, but, infuriated? That sounds wrong, that sounds weird, I mean, it made me upset, was that, literally, the only thing it seems like they're changing are, like, the tobacco laws. So if you guys don't know, in Japan, there are still smoking rooms in hotels, there are still smoking rooms at bars, and coffee shops, and things like that, and it seems like they're trying to be more restrictive with where you can and cannot smoke, because foreigners obviously wouldn't know that. Like, I want to know how things are going to be, and I know, like, if you're watching this, you're probably like, well, you didn't really talk about the actual Olympics. I actually don't. Right now, I don't really mind if I don't end up going to the actual Olympic events. I actually just really, like I said, want to go for sociological reasons. I want to know what's going to happen, the feel, the vibe. Will things change during even the short period? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm going to, like, how are bars going to be? How are restaurants going to be? How are things going to change? Or how would things be executed differently? Those are the things I'm very interested in. And I know that if I go, because right now I haven't bought tickets yet, if I go to Japan during those, like, that period, I do really want to vlog it and talk about my experience and how it is, because I just find it interesting. So, I just find shit like that so interesting. And I know for other people it might not be as interesting, but, you know, as of right now, I don't think things are really changing that much. But we still literally have, like, 10 months or something, but I don't know. Also, because I'm living in America right now, there are things that probably won't come through, media and shit, so we will see. We will legitimately see. I hope that things are better. That's just, because as someone who is half Japanese, who loves my culture, I don't like the feeling of, like, some of, like, the subjects, like, the discrimination and shit that goes on. I mean, I don't think that's gonna change as quickly, but I feel like 2020 is part of that and part of changing the way that Japanese people feel. Right now, whether or not that will be a good thing or a bad thing, we don't know. But I hope it's for the good and not for the worst, honestly. But like I said, we don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.